Alright, quick Trevor Lawrence improvement video. So if you guys wasted the time to see what I didn't like about Trevor Lawrence, then if you wasted all that 40 minutes in that video, you would know that what I don't like about his motion was that he took a huge step and throws with too wide of a base um, in his bad mechanics days, and also the ball comes around here looping around, and whenever the ball gets outside the elbow right here, you can see that ball is outside the elbow. Below and outside the elbow, he gets into a really stuck position, which then results in like a weak arm angle and not a lot of whipping velocity on the ball, not a lot of sling. Also, his base is too wide, as you can see. He takes a huge step forward. His base is too wide. Throws with too wide of a base. The ball takes too long to get out and takes too big of a motion before he throws it, which results in a stuck arm position that does not have a lot of arm lag, or and it leads to inaccurate throws. Let's try to find some other. So yeah, here's another one. You can see he throws too wide of a base for this short of a throw. The ball comes around looping. Big loop. Not very good. Here's another one. And this is just his like 2020 highlights. I'm not cherry picking these. These are all just like every throw is like this at Clemson. So you can see he's taking a huge step. I don't know why he's taking such a big step for a short throw, but he's taking a huge step. The ball comes all the way down here. You can see how this is taking a long time to get that ball out. Also, this is just a stuck position right here. The ball is outside the elbow. And then when he comes through, that arm angle is not very great. And you know, it's a good throw there, but it's kind of inconsistent. What's the next one? This one's a little better, I guess, but still, you can see that the ball still takes a big looping motion. Trying to get ones from the left to right angles. Here's another one. Let's take a look at, yeah, I mean, this is just like, he looks nothing like this anymore. Also, he's a twig right here. I understand that he's a really young kid and he's naturally putting on weight, but this is too small to play in the NFL. He's much bigger now, which is a good thing. But you can see how big of a step he takes here, how wide of a stance that is. It's too linear of a motion. It's not enough rotation when you get this wide. It's too linear downfield. It's not enough rotating around. And then you can see the ball comes all the way down here below his belt line, which is, you know, you never want the ball to be down there. And then he comes through. Takes too long, ball's in a, you know, it's a bad arm angle. That's a nice throw, but that's not the way that you want to teach it. Now let's look at how much he's improved, and this is just, you know, Trevor Lawrence has been playing at an MVP level 3 weeks ago, so this is pretty recent, and it's just night and day difference here. So look at how quick and how compact this motion is. First of all, he's not taking a step. He's barely taking a step. One of the things I talked about in that super long video was I'd rather see the step go backwards or just like 6 inches forward. That's something that Brady's always preached. And you can see how tight and compact this throwing motion is. It's not perfect, but you know, the ball's not coming below his waistline. It doesn't come out of the elbow. It goes straight through the elbow, which is, you know, at max what you want the ball to go. And this is not the greatest arm angle, but he's only throwing like 5 yards there.
Here's Lawrence against a four-man rush, steps away to run. He's just got.
That's a running play. He's an athlete, no doubt. And look at how much thicker he looks too, especially in the legs and the butt. Like, you know, no homo, but he looks a lot more athletic these days than he did at Clemson when he was really twiggy. So you can see much nicer motion. Let's watch. So he's still taking kind of a big step there, but it's not really too bad. But look at the motion. It's much tighter. Like, much tighter, and the arm angle is much better when he comes through. The ball's never getting below his belt line, outside of his elbow. It goes straight through the elbow, maybe a little outside there. It's not perfect. I mean, he's not perfect yet, but it's improving. And the arm angle is just a much better delivery slot, like right through here and here and here. So this is a much better release, and it's a dart. Look at this one. I mean, even that, much nicer. So you can see he's not stepping forward, he's actually fading away, which is pretty good. The foot goes backwards. The ball still gets a little low, but some quarterbacks these days will do that. Josh Allen does that a lot. But the key thing is the ball never gets behind, outside of his elbow. He's always keeping that ball in front of his elbow so he can turn it inside out and really get that arm into a nice delivery position where he's really slinging it from right here. You can see how flat his arm is. Ball's gonna have a lot of energy just going through that whipping
Lawrence,
motion right
lofty
there.
progress in these last 5 weeks. Sure has. On the fake here. Pressure coming, rolls away, steps.
Here's one where he's on the run. I mean, that's not the greatest, but also the angle's weird. Nice throw, though.
That's number one. Perfect time.
Again, like, this is where I mean, this is not the greatest. That one's not the greatest. You can see the stance is a little bit too wide. That's a little bit more like his older throwing motion, which is, it'll result in some inconsistencies, but the point is he's improving quite a bit. If we look up, where's the one? Here we go. This is from last weekend. Trevor throws a nice touchdown. So you can see he's much thicker, which, you always want your quarterbacks to be nice and sturdy. Look at how strong he looks. Doesn't look like a twig anymore. And you can see, like, nice narrow base for this throw. Takes a side step. He's not stepping forward downfield. His stance is not overly wide. And look at this takeaway. It's beautiful. This is from 2 days ago. So even from those 3 weeks ago, he's been improving so much. Look at how the ball stays inside of the elbow. So even when it passes through, you can see the tip of his elbow through behind the ball. So the ball's no longer getting stuck out behind him. Look at the difference here. So look at this difference where he's taking a huge step forward downfield. The ball's getting way below, way under and stuck behind him like that. And this one, he's taking a tiny step. The ball's going straight up into the throwing motion and a much better delivery position from here, as opposed to this where the ball's behind him. It's kind of stuck. This is just much nicer. And nice throw by Trevor. You love to see that kind of improvement. And now let's look at Herbert, who obviously throws with the best natural mechanics. Oakley's barking in the background. He wants me to play. So I'll make this quick. But you can see some of these Herbert throws where the mechanics are perfect. Look at how the ball always goes through. Hey, bud. Always goes through, his chest area. It never gets low or outside his elbow. You can always see his elbow behind the ball there, and he just ends up in these delivery positions that are just one of a kind delivery positions. That's a running play. There's another one where it's just, see how the ball just goes straight up into the throwing slot near his shoulder. Never makes a big looping motion. His feet don't get too far apart, and that's just a beautiful delivery position. These ones, it's just the side step. He doesn't step forward downfield. The ball goes straight up and through. Look, you can see his elbow the entire time. The ball's not coming outside of the elbow in a big looping motion. It's going straight up and through, and he enters this really nice delivery position right here, right through there. Compare with Trevor from, some of those shorter throws from Trevor, where he's taken a huge step. Look at how wide that base is. Look at how much the ball loops. Look, the ball's back here. The elbow's in front of the ball. That's what I'm talking about. And then these delivery positions are really weak. You can see how weak that is compared to this delivery. And then this is a deeper throw where this is just picture perfect. Oakley is really in the background now. But you can see nice narrow base. Takes a nice little step. This is a super deep throw, so he's going to take a bigger step. But it's still a nice narrow base. And you can see the ball really never goes below that number 10 on his chest. It doesn't even go to the belt line. It goes straight up. You can see the elbow the entire time. And then this delivery position is just one of a kind. And it's a perfect strike. So yeah, Trevor's a good player. The development really is quite shocking what he's turned into. I'm really happy for the kid. Like, he's a really likable dude. But this development has certainly surprised me quite a bit, and he's a very much improved player. He's still got his flaws, still not generational talent in the way that Herbert is, but he's a good player, and that's all I've got.